That's amazing. Yeah! You want to see inside? Ooh. You want to know what I'm doing? Something awesome. Okay. I've actually never done it before. But you know how I know it's awesome? Because you're seeing it. I wouldn't show this to you if I didn't know in the future that this turned out to be awesome. That is kind of magical, right? It's like time travel. You've seen this before, maybe. We make charcoal here. You can make charcoal for your barbecue. You can make it so that you can make black powder. You can use charcoal for you can eat charcoal. We have like a really great charcoal maker. It works good, I'll show you. You take a container like this, you fill it with whatever you're making charcoal. We got some dry spruce in there. Here's the magic of this container. What we did was we welded like a little lid on. And I'll show you why that's kind of important. Not just a lid, but a lid with feet. So watch this. Upside down in the barrel.
Okay, why is it upside down?
Because the whole weight of the container's on that lid. But like, it's not airtight, right? There's like, gas can go in and out, which is bad for making charcoal. Because you want to bake this charcoal with 0 oxygen. Meanwhile, we're going to pump oxygen into the barrel. Here's where the real magic is as that happens, as the fire burns around, and as the stuff like bakes inside, little bits of ash land on that little lid, and it just seals it up. So that during the fire, gases are coming out of that crack at the lid. So no air is going in. And then as it cools, instead of air rushing in, it's all just like sealed off with all the ash because it's upside down. So the lid just kind of seals itself. So it makes beautiful charcoal. I know that for sure. We've done it. We'll show you again. But this time is extra special because I've had an idea. Normally we use up scrap wood, you know, crappy stuff that's not good for other things. And we just pile it around here in order to get this fire burning. Yeah, and we'll show you in a minute. We're gonna do something similar, but we've kind of run out of crappy wood. We just have amazing wood now. But what we have is waste oil. We're just gonna put a little bit in here and we're gonna start making charcoal with waste oil. Okay, we're still gonna put some firewood around there, and then I'm just gonna pour an inch of oil on the bottom. And we're forcing air in here, so that oil is gonna burn.
Do you think it'll burn out too fast?
I don't know. We are gonna find out. Okay, 1 handful of wood. I keep that open because we're gonna put some smaller stuff there. That'll go good. That is the starting line. Just getting everything kind of soft and wet. It looks like about an inch in the bottom of the barrel. I probably put in like 1.5 gallons. Let's light this. Let's give it some oxygen and fire. Oh baby, it's on. Okay, let's get that lighter. Yeah. It's all oil soaked. Let's get the fan on there. So you see how this thing is half full of wood? Not even. So we are using less than half, I would say about 1/3 the wood that we normally use. Normally we pack this like 2 firewoods deep and then we put some on top. So anyways, less than half of the normal wood we're using. The rest we're hoping it just uses that gallon and a half of oil. And if this thing turns to all charcoal, then we're in business. The oil is actually making it hard for that wood to catch fire. Like this is used cooking oil. So
yeah, I was thinking it smells like French fries.
So it's not supposed to burn very easily. So it needs to get pretty hot before the oil starts on fire. But it's going now. Only the future knows what will happen. Well, it's just been 5 minutes, but this thing's already burning hot and clean. It actually smells like a burger joint or like some French fries. It smells delicious. So this elbow is actually super important. I tried this a few times just with a little straight pipe, and the first time it was a short pipe and the fan melted. Like the fan blades were plastic and they just like disappeared. So that failed. And then I got a longer pipe. I got this pipe. It's 5 feet or something. And the exact same thing happened, like right off the bat. The heat just radiated straight down that pipe. And so I put that elbow in, and now the radiant heat can't get to the fan blades. Like, it's bizarre that it could actually get that hot because the fan is constantly pulling in cold outside air, but it doesn't matter. Radiation can just go right against the flow of cold air. But not with the elbow. You can actually still see some reflection, but it's not enough to hurt the fan. Oh, that's hot back here. You can hear the oil boiling and sizzling in there. Man, if this works. Oh, Christina! That looks cool. Oh, wonder if we should turn the fan off. There's just not enough oxygen. That's what's happening here. Pull the fan out. See if natural convection will drive more in there. That didn't change anything. It doesn't seem like it changed with or without the fan, does it? You can probably unplug the fan now. It's the big reveal. Let's see what happened. Oh yeah, it looks beautiful. Look at this. Just like crispy. It's like coal marshmallows. Usually if anything hasn't turned to charcoal, it's at the bottom. That stuff beautiful? Look at that, eh? It's just, like that weighs just a couple grams. I don't even think we need that much wood. Let's run another test. I'm thinking kind of like a wick. We should add some old cotton rags, like a towel along the bottom. Douse it with a little bit more oil, but try to put like maybe just enough kindling to get it going. And then basically see if we can do this again with pure oil. That'd be amazing to use up the waste oil. Let's try it. Look at this beautiful stuff, eh? I just cut my firewood. I left some rounds. Instead of bucking and splitting, I just left them in long lengths and bucked little 1-2 inch pieces. And then it's pretty perfect just to crack it up. Now these pieces, we are using these same wood chunks for the gasifier. So the moisture is like super critical. Take a guess. What's the humidity of this? It's like 16, 18%. Maybe like 12 in the middle and 20 on the outside. But like the average moisture here is totally fine for firewood. It burns great in the Blaze King. But for the gasifier, it's a problem. But for this also, no problem.
Do you remember that one time when everyone was shouting my name? And I used my strength to read my blouse.
So here's the idea, is that this is gonna be like a cotton wick. I'm gonna lay it around the outside, and then when it gets doused with the oil, it's just going to kind of like slowly release it. Okay, so we got some charcoal to start. I'll get some kindling, and this time we'll put in at least 2 gallons. And this is all from the food truck, from Abigail's Jeep joint. The beauty of this use, like I've been experimenting with biodiesel, and I've got some ideas about that. But the cool thing about this use is you don't need to do anything. Like you're just converting a dirty old fuel into like a brand new, clean, like ready for your hibachi. It's only been just over an hour. I don't know if it would have made all the charcoal in that time. When we burn wood, it usually takes hours and hours. Like it's the next day for sure before we check it, because those coals just stay in there and they keep it hot for so long. So this is kind of nice. Like it actually kind of is a much quicker cycle. We could make charcoal 3 or 4 times a day this way. We'll give it a minute and then see if it worked. Feels a little heavier. No way. It feels like all charcoal. That's amazing, Christina. We just turned pure oil into charcoal. Okay, let's dump this out and make sure there's no wood in there. That's amazing. Pure charcoal. This is awesome. We're converting fuels. So the waste oil is kind of like a good fuel, except we don't have anything to burn it in. But we can now burn it in the retort and make charcoal. And what's cool is, like, we just used that old blanket as a wick. I wonder if that old blanket's still there. Still there. Isn't that wild? We should do another batch, but I'm really wondering, like, could we use waste engine oil? Coming up next, we're gonna make another batch of charcoal. This stuff is not very dry, but it was standing dead. Like, it's not green. I'm gonna put our cotton around the edge. I have no idea how engine oil is gonna work. This stuff's not supposed to burn, right? But of course it does when it's hot enough. I don't know if this thing's gonna get hot enough or if it's gonna just blow up. No idea. I've had like lots of pails of used old oil. This would be really neat if this works. So the big question is this gonna contaminate the charcoal? Like, would you barbecue on charcoal made by burning old engine oil? Sounds like a terrible idea, right? And it might be. We are gonna find out. Okay, this has only been on for like 1 minute, right?
Yeah.
Look at this. Oh, there you go. This looks pretty similar. Oh, not done.
Not done. Oh, and it's sticking
Not done. This one just burnt so intensely that it burnt out right away. Let's just put more engine oil in here and finish this up. Okay, we got a timer started. Let's see how long this burns for and if it does the trick. I unplugged the fan at 1 hour and 20 minutes. But then I let it sit and it's been another hour. And we have pure charcoal. That is beautiful stuff. But now the other question is, does this look contaminated? Do you see the little black fuzzies coming out of the container? So what's happening is this thing has all the gases that are being driven out. This thing is always positive pressure. So I don't think the contaminants from this engine oil are going in it. Now that being said, just because I don't think so, I'm not gonna cook on this. I'm gonna use this for other things. Dave's got a forge that we can use this in. I think we should actually do something really fun with it right now. Because you don't even have to be like a pro at making black powder. You can just grind up some charcoal with some other stuff and it can be pretty fun. Not for barbecue. Let's see what we can do with this. There's our tower, our 47-gram tower of charcoal. It's New Year's Eve, and we thought we'd make a little fun to celebrate New Year's Eve. Don't you love that? It looks so metallic. You know what's wild? Like, look at it, and it's not as hard to imagine that this is what diamonds are made out of. Pure carbon. And look at them. They look shiny. I'm gonna make like a double batch.
You said you were just making a little bit.
Yeah, just a little double batch.
For what?
For tonight. I think a blend tech would do this a lot better. But I don't know if Rose would go for that. Oh. So this, we haven't changed this, we just blended it up. We're gonna mix 30 of this. Okay. One more ingredient. Perfect. Oh, that's sulfur. I'm gonna stir this up and then I'm gonna re-blend it. And then I'll show you the next thing. Okay, we're gonna add some isopropanol until this dust goes away. That's the trick. Yeah, it's not done yet. Look at that, no dust. That's the key. Then you can pack it. Okay, girls, get going.
They look like lollipops.
I know.
You want to eat one?
Okay, let's try these out.
It's not doing anything.
It'll go.
Oh! All the fun is done.
Oh, we just make more. Okay. Come on, light one up. Oh, there we go. Come on, light them up. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Do you remember when they were all calling my name?
I used my strength to rip my blouse.
And then I used my strength to rip my blouse.